Pompeii was not Rome's strangest loss, just its most famous. Some Roman cities kept secrets so well, they disappeared twice. Today, we surface 4 places more mysterious than Pompeii: preserved homes, sunken palaces, and temples older than Rome itself. Everyone knows Pompeii, the city frozen in time by Mount Vesuvius. But what if I told you there are other Roman cities just as fascinating and even more mysterious? The Roman Empire left us more than echoes of legions and emperors. It left behind cities, ecosystems of daily life. Many vanished not in one fiery instant, but slowly, under time, nature, and fate. Today we go beyond Vesuvius to 4 remarkable sites, each a unique window into Rome. A city preserved in finer detail than Pompeii, a bustling port that faded away, a sunken playground for the powerful, a Greek marvel Rome adopted as its own. Before we dive in, check the links in the description. Save on trips, tours, and museum passes for Italy's ancient wonders. Lost Roman cities, even more mysterious than Pompeii: Herculaneum, Ostia Antica, Baiae, Paestum. 4 cities, 4 stories, 1 civilization that shaped our world. Let's start with Herculaneum, Pompeii's lesser-known neighbor. In the shadow of Vesuvius, another community met its end in 79 AD. But Herculaneum's fate was different from Pompeii's. Pompeii was buried under a rain of light pumice and ash. Herculaneum was engulfed by a pyroclastic surge, a superheated wave moving at terrifying speed. Immense heat and pressure carbonized organic materials instantly. A near oxygen-free seal preserved the town in breathtaking detail. It offers a story not of panic, but intimate, everyday existence. Here, you see the very fabric of Roman life, not just its stone shell. Wooden beams, blackened yet intact, still span doorways and support balconies. Intricate furniture survived: beds, chests, even a baby's crib. You are not a visitor to a ruin. You are a guest stepping back 2 millennia. The human presence is palpable. The preservation is astonishing. In one kitchen, eggs still sat in their shells. Loaves left in the oven, turned to charcoal, perfectly shaped. Not mere artifacts, moments of life, interrupted. A meal never eaten. A routine abruptly, permanently halted. We can reconstruct diet, habits, and small comforts with rare accuracy. The most poignant discoveries are the most delicate. In the Villa of the Papyri, a magnificent library emerged. Hundreds of scrolls were recovered, fused into carbonized lumps. Modern tech is digitally unfurling them, revealing works of philosophy and literature, a resurrection of knowledge, letter by letter. Down by the ancient shoreline, hundreds of skeletons revealed final, desperate moments, lives ended by the surge's thermal shock. Every great empire needs a lifeline, a gateway for wealth and sustenance. For Rome, that gateway was Ostia. At the Tiber's mouth, a humming commercial hub fed 1 million Romans. Today, you walk the engine room of an empire. Its story is gradual change, not sudden disaster. Unlike Pompeii or Herculaneum, Ostia was not destroyed. It was simply abandoned. The river that gave it life began to betray it. Silt pushed the coastline farther out to sea. The port became landlocked and obsolete. Trade routes shifted. The empire's center moved east. Ostia's population dwindled. Nature reclaimed it with mud, a remarkable preservative. The street grid speaks to purpose. Vast warehouses, horia, line the avenues. Thick walls and small windows protected grain, wine, olive oil. Complex multi-story logistics hubs. Behind the theater, the Square of the Guilds. Black and white mosaics advertised shippers and traders. Carthage, Alexandria, Narbonne. Ships, dolphins, lighthouses, a visual directory of ancient commerce. Most lived in insulae, apartments 4 or 5 stories high, shops below, homes above. Thermopolia with marble counters and basins for hot food, bakeries with donkey-driven mills and brick ovens, communal latrines, grand baths, and mosaics that tell the city's story. If Ostia was the empire's engine room, Baiae was its playground. Not a place for work, but for unadulterated hedonism. Volcanic hot springs, a spectacular coast, the most fashionable resort in the Roman world, the Las Vegas of its day. The elite came to indulge in luxury, intrigue, and scandal. Seneca called it a resort of vice. Drunkenness, sailing parties, excesses of every kind. The air was thick with plots and assignations. Here, Agrippina the Younger was murdered after a staged shipwreck. Volcanic forces that made Baiae's springs also sank its shoreline. Bradyseism. Over centuries, villas, spas, and courtyards slipped beneath the bay. The city of excess became an underwater world. Today, divers and glass-bottom boats reveal its streets and mosaics. Garden statues lie encrusted with marine life. Mosaic floors float like ghostly carpets. Original statues sit in museums. Exact replicas stand underwater. A ghostly blueprint. Streets, villa foundations, courtyards. On land, colossal concrete domes, the so-called temples of Diana, Mercury, and Venus, were vast bath halls. The Mercury dome whispers across its span, an acoustic marvel for leisure and talk. Baiae's indulgence, powered by fire beneath, was ultimately consumed by the same force. To explore Baiae is to dive into the Roman elite's psyche, a world sunk by its own extravagance. Our final journey takes us south of Naples to a place older and more elemental. This is Paestum. Its most spectacular features are not Roman at all. Long before Rome, this was Poseidonia, a Greek colony dedicated to the sea. Founded in the 6th century BC by master builders. 3 magnificent Greek temples dominate the site. Temple of Hera, the oldest, around 550 BC. Powerful cigar-shaped columns and broad capitals. Nearby, the second Temple of Hera, often misnamed Neptune. Built a century later, the most complete, its proportions feel perfect. The Temple of Athena stands apart on higher ground. Doric outside, Ionic within, a rare architectural experiment. Rome took over in 273 BC, renamed it Paestum, and built forum, amphitheater, and houses beside the Greek giants. Silting rivers and malarial swamps led to abandonment. 1,000 years of obscurity preserved the stones. Rediscovered in the 1700s, it astonished the Grand Tour. These temples inspired architecture across Europe and America. Encircled by 5 kilometers of walls, the Greek forms command all attention. In a near-original landscape, Paestum feels spacious and contemplative, a Greek ghost haunting Roman ruins. From Herculaneum's intimate details to Ostia's commercial might, Baiae's sunken decadence, and Paestum's solemn grandeur, the Roman world was infinitely varied. Each city tells a unique story of life, ambition, and fate. A tapestry of places and experiences. These are portals to people who walked, traded, and sought refuge here. Rome's story is written in stone, and in ash, mud, and water. If this journey fascinated you, don't miss the untold story of Pompeii, and check the links to save on your own adventure. See you in the next adventure.